that this Scion is missing.
Well, there's the knockoff from Doran immediately. Doctom trying to get out of there, but Peter, he is just dead.
Looking for a possible roam, does get spotted, but they are quite low. Guma has his sums, but I think they can look to dive here.
I mean, he's just walking in. The Rune Prison is going to be so powerful. His flashes come out everywhere, and there is another kill onto Doctom to start this one off. A 1-for-1, but T1 will 100% take that in time as Carrier making his way out, and that control ward not going to see the Elise, who does poke her head out now. There is the CC eaten, but Perfect taking so much damage here underneath the turret. And Carrier off to the side. Here's the on-horn though, is Perfect looking for the angle. He'll get it, but the Ignite's still ticking down. Owner is making his way in though, and I don't know what Perfect's going to be able to quite do here.
He's healing up slowly. BDD so far away.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to be able to do, and if that was any other support, maybe he'd be okay, but it's an Elise. Yeah, KT do manage to get 2 of these grubs though, as Cocoon going to connect. And it is onto Peter actually. I think that was the real Peter. As they do secure. It's okay, Roar the Slayer comes on through, but I think the Honor's going to be okay. KT looking for Dragon number 2 here, as it's going down lower and lower. Remember, it's Smite and Ren. God, okay. We are starting off pretty strong here. I was a little bit worried because it was, what, Cloud and the Ocean. It could have been a Chemtech as, all right, Doran, tanking up the turret because he can. But Faker is coming on over, and Perfect could be in trouble yet again. Doesn't manage to get the Bellows Breath off quite in time, as Doran slowed down for quite some time there and does have to flash, as there's a knock up onto Owner, and he'll go down. The follow-up is now here as BDD looking to hold Faker in position. He does so as Cuz is going down lower and lower. BDD still trying to kite as best he can, and there is Blame does deal with the minion wave, and there's the teleport in. Like you say, Perfect does have that ram available, and that's going to need to get the value. Let's see whether Cuz can win this 50-50 as he gets in. The train going to completely miss here as another one comes through and gets a double knock-up. Owner in the sky forever. Cuz gets the Peter down, and oh my god, Peter with the Pop Blossom. BDD off to the side though, unable to find the value in T1. Still standing up, but they've lost 1 extra in the fight. I don't think they want this 3 versus 4.
It's Faker and BDD.
It's a little bit dangerous. The gravity field not doing anything at all here as BDD walking towards that brush. There's a lot of spell flux being built up here, but Faker is able to walk it off the flash forward, and he's able to get the flash out of the Victor. That could be relevant later on in the story. Picked on a flank angle, but not quite here in time, as they do manage to get the slow down the ram. Perfect with the sick play, as the Dragon is now forgotten. Perfect trying to get out of there. The Pop Blossom somewhat interrupted his Owner, going down so low, but gets the drive-by smite to deny the soul point. Still, these health bars are so extraordinarily low, and Cuz is just spinning around in the Dragon Pit for some reason. He flashes to get himself out of the way, and KT
not giving KT really an opportunity to respond. If you're trying to fight your way from these choke points.
There's the run wall forward as BDD. He puts the spider up into the sky. Gumayushi has to Valkyrie to get himself out of the way as Peter may have overstepped as the Fate's Call needs to be invested. And the train comes on through. The block from Peter. I don't even know whether he needed to do that. It was the clone anyway. They take down Doran. The train is going to set up the onto everyone as KT look to put T1 in the ground. The Arcane Storm doing a fair bit of work there though. And once again, the trade is not actually that bad here for T1.
Peter hits them, but there's no follow-up, and it looks like I spoke too soon. KT
does come in, but yeah, this Dragon should be taken because of Cycloning. Never mind, it's going to be a 50-50. Let's see who's going to be able to take it down. It's Owner that locks it up as Doran will sacrifice himself because so exceptionally low, and somehow the Scion is still alive. BDD right in amongst it. He is going to have to be the one-man army though, as T1 are running them over, and BDD cannot do it alone. KT just kind of throw it away in the river.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah, looking for an angle. There's the Pop Blossom. Collects onto 1 as Faker goes gold, and the knockup is avoided there as well as Owner is going to be the target. They take him down, and now they're looking for a bit of a reset. Warrior Trickster there to try and get Cuz out of the way. Another fantastic shape splitter as BDD is interrupted. The Baron helps out as the rocket takes down the Scion. Wait, it takes down the Rise, but the Scion is also going to be dead. So, a 1-for-2 in favor of KT, but losing BDD is such a big deal.
Spiders hunting.
Yeah, carrier, but there are little krugs in the way. But I don't think they're quite here in time. And you can see, yeah, Peter is just in position. Okay, this would be absurd, but it's just going to be because he has smite.
Again, the damage he's been doing in these fights, same with Guma. If they don't get targeted as huge, that's
okay, Dr. Armor. He's thrown so many sticks in here, and yeah, Carrier's going to break his stopwatch, but that only buys a couple of seconds, and he was just caught napping. But you can see the Goon Squad to stop him from coming in, and my God, that Baron did not last very long. And the Nico especially likes it. They don't like this, though, as a Cocoon does go down, Cuz getting on into the pit here, and it's just gone. That's going to be Hextech. Souls the Ram comes in, triple knock-up, as now they're just going to be backing away. Faker in a decent position. His owner going forward, tries to find it once again, but he gets knocked up. The Cyclone on everyone, the Pop Blossom as well. His gorgeous follow-up as the flash out from BDD is trying to keep himself alive. His Doctom is now untouched, hopping around the fight. Kumayushi not going to get rendered down this time. However, KT have found the angle, and Guma doesn't have the option. The train leader will be taken down, but KT, they have 4 left.
Atlas.
That was insane. And I thought when Kumayushi was left alive with just a sliver, maybe there'd be a chance, but unfortunately, the rest of T1 just got wiped out.
And KT on red side.
Oh, Doctor.
5v5 comp.
He is feeling himself here today, and that should be a scary sign for T1 fans. They can do it again. Jump into the rift.
KT, 하나, 둘, 셋.
For an avenue in.
He needs to be BDD needs to find a charm. Like Faker needs to be a little bit lower. Might just go for an invade. Okay, it looks like he might be too slow. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
The equalizer in perfect position. There's Eberpolv. He's chain CC, but he does get a decent exhaust onto the perfect champion as the teleport comes in. Doctom trying to keep the damage down.
Getting hammered. Owner's here with votes. The counter dive is ready.
Yeah, the paranoia set up, and KT, they don't even know that he's here just yet. There's the paranoia going down. They catch them underneath the turret as Doran. So low, but he keeps himself alive. And Doctom going to be taken out. The flash is immediate after Cuz's owner gets on over there. The headbutt to try and save the Jarvan. They might be able to do that, but it is still a lost play for KT unless BDD can make something happen. And he almost does here as there's the flash forward. The flash away from Faker, and he keeps himself up.
Goes in.
Can he look for it? Can he actually find the 1v1? Is now BDD. He needed to avoid that one, the last auto, and BDD makes it happen.
So does Owner.
Yep, first two already taken. Paranoia comes on through here as the Cow trying to defend the rest of his team. The Pulverize is good. The Paranoia does nothing. Owner's just going to be taken out. Another kill for BDD. A cataclysmic engage from Cuz as Faker has got into the Shroud. Carrier looking to get out of there with that added mobility. And that is almost Faker taken down.
The arrow.
Piercing arrow. And it's Carrier that's the target, and Doctom doesn't quite find it. Yeah, Peter getting into position, and they decide that they're going to pull the trigger. The flash still available here as the exhaust. It goes down. The charm is decent, and Kumayushi going to be able to lock down the kill.
Might be in trouble here. Carry on the way.
Let's see what he can do here. No flash available, as he'll just get knocked up and will get taken down. No scrap shield. Well, actually did have it, but it's just not going to be able to do enough there for KT. Piercing arrow coming down is now Doran looking to start off the fight. The exhaust comes through, but Doran not really getting too much done. Is now so deep his owner, but he takes down the Varus and flashes away. There's that cataclysm we were talking about, but they've lost so much of the damage. There it is from Faker, finds the ulti, but doesn't go in on the backflip towards Cuz.
Actual combo of the equalizer and the power and teamfight that has to be used.
They're going in, they're going to find the angle once again as, yep, Doctom not allowed to play the game as once more, Carrier goes forward, finds the quickness one more time. The equalizer this time is going to come in, the Pulverize on top as they take down Doran, but it's a 2-for-1. KT still fighting uphill, and there is a stun on a BDD, locking him down. He gets under the turret, but that is still a man advantage here for T1, and a Dragon free for the taking. The work done, and even though he got taken down in the last fight, he got so much value for it as, yeah, this is not the value for KT, although a lot of movement speed, even though he's pretty scared, still not going to be enough to save the Rumble. Goes to 0 and 4 because he felt like it.
I don't get it.
Oh, Oh, right. Well, he died. Well, Faker is going in. Let's see what Cuz can do about it as the paranoia comes down. I think Doctom's dying, ladies and gentlemen. Jonas Strong didn't even need to zoom out, although Doctom able to sidestep. He survived! It is such huge character development here as it's now Rip Gerald being used to try and get Ona out of trouble, and it's going to work just fine. The map, Cuz looking to come over. He's got BDD in tow. Oh, God. Okay, well, let's see whether Cuz can get in there. Of course, it's a job, and he can travel a lot of distance. There's Doran going on over. They do manage to take it down. Cuz goes in maybe a little bit too late, and the deadly flourish comes on through, but Carrier's already dead. Cuz getting taken down lower and lower as they get in, but Doctom still goes down. Doran in trouble. He will be taken out, but not before he gets his stake. And now Ona coming on in. BDD not able to get out of the way, and that is another one. Gumayushi cleans up, and T1. BDD misses the charm. And just watch for the deadly flourish. Doran dashing forward, finds that snip, and there are the curtains. Gumayushi just making sure that they are unable to get anywhere near this, but that is going to be the pickoff onto Carrier. The auto is in the air, and BDD is able to lock it down. Now he gets another charge. Gumayushi taking a bit of damage. The Nocturne is the one that secures this dragon for T1 though, and now T1 look for the re-engage. The hail of arrows is from the grave as the Nocturne, the Jin, the damage is coming through, and Faker with the perfect execution going to help lock down.
Drake, when you're ahead, I think just feels amazing as Doran.
Okay,
They're trying to collapse.
Yeah, getting that flank angle as Doran almost kills Perfect before anything happens as BDD continues to be the only one with kills on his team. The trade for the Baron looking to come in as Doctom. Unfortunately, he was on vision of the enemy team. The Shuriken backflip comes through, and Faker is going to be able to lock that one down as KT looking to try and answer still. Peter is in position now, but another deadly flourish can hold the cow in position.
They got to try and find a fight.
Yep.
Now that Doran is dead, but I don't think they're going to get one. T1 disengages again.
Peter does have an unbreakable will, and now they're looking to try and turn this one. The spell shield just doesn't quite work there from Ona as he gets over the wall. He's inside the Cataclysm. The Pulverize, no, it's the grand entrance from Carrier that locks him down. There's the Pulverize, but it's too late, and it does not do anything. BDD, though, he's got a really cool hat, and he's got some resets. Gumayushi is Captain Jack, though. He cleanses it, and he's able to get the triple kill here for T1. They're looking for a Baron, and I don't think KT are coming back in this one.
And despite BDD's heroics, not going to be enough. T1 are bringing us to a certain 1-in-1 here. Wow, KDA is ruined already. Might as well try, right? Look for the Duma. Because there's no jungler.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There was only a 4th shot on Jin. It's kind of insane as a...
In the meantime, we've got another engage here from Ona, who oh my god, okay, Gumayushi, those bullets are doing a little bit too much as they know exactly where KT's bread spotted. It's BDD, and he is just going to get obliterated. For all the marbles on this road to MSI here in Busan, has Perfect able to dash cannon his way out of the deadly flourish, but I just don't think that that's going to be enough to save anything.
We're going really ham on our solo laners, and really anything else is... guys,
okay, yeah, but Pulverize, they're going to see whether they can kill the Nocturne, who just turns the lights out. The quickness getting so much value, and KT, they haven't been able to take down Ona. He's still alive as BDD just goes golden to watch him regen his health bar. Yeah, that's called Ona catching the kitchen sink and throwing it back at KT, and KT falling over. Doran, he might die, but I mean, right now KT are doing about as much work as the Krugs this game. And he doesn't even fall down. That's going to be it, guys. T1 going to even out this series here in game number 2. And this is the T1 everyone wanted to see here in this road to MSI at Busan. A best of 3 now for all the marbles.
And that's a KT scoreboard if I've ever seen one.
So hold our heads up high and beat the drums to what we love. Risk the fall, or we have felt it all come crashing down from far above.
KT 하나 둘셋
미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
T1 하나 둘셋
Winning, he wasn't allowed to play that champion. When he was losing, he wasn't allowed to play that champion. He's got another engage as Level 2s have been hit across the board. Doctom still trying to fight here as Carrier with the meep slap trying to get the work done as now Peter possibly overextended the flash forward. The flash in response from Peter. Oh! And first blood for Doctom. It will be a 1-for-1 as Gumayushi's able to lock that one down, and he does have the advantage in health. Sometimes you just need to find the moment for a
No sums.
Okay, there's a magical journey for the Carrier. Peter gonna get thrown back towards the enemy team, but yeah, he's a Leona, so he's gonna be okay. Doctom isn't okay. He's gonna spend most of his time in the base, bottom side, as the teleport comes in.
Carrier.
Yep, slice and dice, and Ona has come on over with that boulder in hand. As Perfect, he's running the wrong way. He is definitely dead. It's just how much more work can he get done as he gets slammed into the wall, and it's even Gumayushi that's able to help pick up this kill. Couldn't have been worse here for the KT top laner. Never mind, as okay, Ona coming in, driving forward. The Arcane Shift is fantastic. That's a decent True Shot Barrage as well, but now Peter is looking worse for wear. Winter's Wrath not going to quite get too much done as here is Faker! No! And he gets stunned up immediately! That was fantastically played, and they take down the Azir. They have to trade Peter for it, but man, that could have been so much worse for KT, cause read it like a book as Doran, with that Dominus now proc, Doctom playing out of his mind, but he will get cosmically bound.
Oh.
And the magical journey will get T1 to safety.
Not very tanky, able to flash out as Doran.
Oh dear. Yeah, Seismic Shove going to throw the Renekton around here.
Cause
As Peter
should
be able to hold him in position. And yep, they want to get the kill over to BDD. They do so successfully.
Can still team fight. Scar and comps, you're never really going to count them out as well.
There's a flash in. It's a decent buffer as the Tempered Fate goes down. Ona looks for the crash onto Peter, and it doesn't get the stun as the Exhaust doing so much work onto Cuz, but both junglers getting taken down so low. Gumayushi having to go so far forward as they do both fall and the wall goes down. The flashes, they come in, and the Seismic Shove just barely missing onto Carrier, and Faker decides, nah man, I ain't going in on that one. That was a very cute fake out, as my goodness, that could have been a disaster. Seismic Shove this time, he's going to connect, and Peter is there to follow up BDD with a big old rock. This is likely to be another 50-50, unless it's not. Ona is holding them in position. Well, not a whole lot happens. He does manage to lock down the dragon, and they kill BDD. True Shot Barrage doing so much work, though, as it's a Cloud Soul. That's really cool. Still, it's Doctom with the kill. Cuz still wanting to find more. Has T1 in an awkward spot on the map. Cuz able to create the distance at 3 versus 3 as the flash forward comes in from Doran. And out goes Perfect. He has to flash, though, and Doran decides, all right, I guess I'll just kill your turret.
Get the dragon. That's the big thing. Cloud Soul.
Oh dear. Doran is underneath the turret. He just gets obliterated. We are going in once again. Ona is in a lot of trouble. Sorry, Ona continues here as he will go down. Good little pick there for KT. It just is. The Telecom war will dictate itself.
It exists.
All right, Seismic Shove going to collect. Carrier here momentarily. The Impale only onto Cuz, and he's okay with that as Faker goes in, but he doesn't find the angle for the Emperor to survive because he doesn't have it yet. Seismic Shove connects, and Faker and Ona both go down. Doctom doing so much damage as Doran is killing Perfect again in this bottom lane.
Or is it Doran dying? We don't know.
We're not sure, but he's near a Krug camp, and we know that that has been a problematic position for him. However, Ona is over here. Can they actually get in and save their crocodiles? The Solar Flare comes through. Oh, the ulti goes to Narnia from Cuz, and there's the Impale. He finds the backline, he finds BDD. Doctom turns up, but he's way too late, and the Tempered Fate will catch him. He does flash himself out of the way, and Doctom, at least for now, is going to be able to stand his ground, and in fact, he's doing a lot of damage back.
I'm joking.
Yeah. All right, I was looking for a bit of an angle here as the Seismic Shove does pull him back. That is a lot of damage. Tempered Fate holds him in position, though. It kind of nullifies the Impale at the same time, and there is a kill for the Yarg. The Emperor survived, connects onto 3, but Faker is still taking so much damage, and Doctom is untouched. True Shot Barrage not quite doing enough, and Doran gets on top of the Ezreal. No flash left. He's Cullen, the Meek, and that is exactly what KT are in the eyes of this crocodile. T1 crushed the fight off the back of Doran, and he's underneath the turret yet again. Gumayushi possibly in a little bit of trouble as the turret, he's tanking it, so he's just dead. Now Doran having to run away, and Perfect is still alive. Cuz is now able to to try and help him in this 1v1 as the cooling wall goes up and the crocodile might go down.
What are we doing?
I have no idea. I think they're all dead.
How did we discount the team fighting Yorick, Atlas? That's on us.
Oh, because he was side laning. That's not what a Yorick's supposed to do. He's supposed to wait for the team fights.
For so long. I guess they just get Nash, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah. I guess that's what happens. Important thing, but Owner is going to come over and make it a 50-50. Doran taking a bit of poke damage.
We're
Is now
flipping.
Peter looking to go in the magical journey to try and bring them away as Docton doesn't find any joy with that True Shot barrage, but he's taking so much damage here off to the side as his cousin locks this one down. Doran trying to get himself out of there as Docton is moving forward. Carrier looking for an angle. And the Weaver's Wall going to lock him. Oh no, he's in a little baby cage, but he now turns BDD Golden and Owner is looking to get over the wall. They find BDD and lock him down. I don't know how that was orchestrated, but it worked out beautifully there for T1 as now Cuz walking into 4 people, but he gets towards his inner turret.
Can they leave? I'm not sure.
I don't know about this one yet. Doctom doing so much damage. Every Mystic Shot is connecting because every point on the map is a T1 player for him to hit, but still, Kumiyushi getting a lot of damage. And now it is just Peter that goes down. KT trying to get out of here, and they should be able to do so. This is an absolute mess, Chronicler. The team fighting Yorick is ready to play.
Carrier!
Seismic Shove going to connect. They're looking for the JCC. Onto the body, flashes, but he's not going to get away. And that is another kill going over to Doctom.
Oh, Croc! Did they see him? He
the
showed up!
breaking angle, and now Doctom having to deal with this prehistoric monster. Cuz looking for the re-engage, but he doesn't find the ulti. And it's a double for Kuma. Doran now is a freight train in T1. They launch their way forward. The Undertaker is going to have to be used for his own teammates.
Yeah, this Celia not quite having the impacts. Peter goes in.
Okay, Emperor's Divide going to throw him out. Another Glacial Prison going to do nothing as Peter's life just goes away. That is an optimistic, magical journey, but when they're this far ahead, you may as well go for it. The culling is going to cut down Doctom. And KT, that play looked like they just wanted to head towards the next game. Because we might be talking about an elder flip in a final game of this series if T1 are continuing to play like this. It's looking a little bit too one-y, but still, these Nexus turrets next to go down. They're going to take down Cuz before they end this game as there is the ace. And it's Kumiyushi that locks it up 13, 1, and 6. A renaissance for the 80 carry for T1 as this Nexus is going to go down. And match point for T1.
We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of the world.
One.
KT 하나 둘셋
미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
T1 하나 둘셋
BDD really needs to do, as he has been doing, is keep this TF locked in lane. As Faker obviously could join a lot earlier. There it is.
Yeah, there's the Destiny to come on through as Peter does flash for the stand beside me, but there's a Hextech ultimatum there from Doran. He wants to lock them all in place, and now Doctom is trying to get this damage down. Faker is very low as they do kill the Braum, but it's Doctom. Do the feathers work? The answer is no. It's a double kill for Doran, continuing his onslaught here of the road to MSI.
Off to a wonderful start.
This is the problem.
That's a kill on Ziggs. That's a kill on the biggest win condition, which I think is that Camille.
As Peter will find Carrier moving towards these grubs.
Maybe
he stacks
this time?
up the passive. Crashdown comes in. As if Doctom can get this kill, that'd be a big one. And there it is. The Blade Call to lock that one up. Good news here for KT, but I don't think it's nearly enough to leave them feeling comfortable, as at least they do get some grubs and deny them from T1.
It's a start.
Cute little bouncing bomb, but that is going to be Cuz with the smite, able to lock that one up.
Faker might be looking for it into perfect here. This has been a successful strategy. No.
Hextech ultimatum comes down, nowhere the perfect can go. As the teleport does come in and perfect looks for the ulti. Doran dashes away, and now T1 realizing that they just have to get out of there as BDD goes into the winning. He finds the combo. Faker now in a bit of trouble, and BDD on the board. Top side. KT gonna overload. And
baiting
that's
who?
already happened, exactly right. Featherstorm goes down. The answer is there as Doran flashes away. The ulti from Peter is so good though as Doctor flashes out. And Doran is gonna be taken down. Public execution does nothing though, so that should be the end of this fight unless Perfect has found the angle.
Reinforcements are there's the TP coming in, but they will get the turret.
Yeah, turret gonna go down, so that's gonna go over to KT as now Doran gonna look to try for it once again, but Carrier goes down first. It is a kill onto the Trundle at the same time as BDD wants to single out Doran. BDD still at full health, does so much damage as Carrier going forward. He has nothing that he can do about this. And KT, they launch themselves into a gold advantage. Perhaps not. Well,
this might do it.
Maybe curses are real, Chronicler. Maybe it's time to start admitting things that are correct. Is now Perfect in a little bit of trouble. The crash down coming on through there. As Perfect is just going to head towards the death chamber.
Can he heal? Peter's almost there. Not quite in time.
Yeah, Cuz going to turn up, stand beside Braum, flank angle, and it looks like KT.
Straight.
Yeah, they're just going to give this one up.
Maybe Cuz tries to steal.
Yeah, he just throws a spear in. That's going to help. Biambessa looking for a bit of an angle here as well as Carrier taking a fair bit of damage from BDD.
Perfect.
Yeah, the pullback is working. Perfect has a really good angle as Gumushi has to flash immediately. And down goes the Trundle with no answer.
I was going to give Perfect a little bit of a hard time, but I think he got flashed from Guma. I wasn't quite sure where the perfect execution went.
Know whether he pressed the button? I didn't see him press the button.
No, it was kind of
Oh, that's another charge. Flashed out of fear.
Well, this one hits.
Yeah, this one's a dangerous one. It's okay, Faker looking for that gold card. He might be able to find it, but it's not going to save his life. It's because he even wants to get the kill, but Perfect's going to take that one away. Big deal. Doran is still strong, but he's actually looking to prove that as the Hextech Ultimatum goes down once again. He gets a big old magic shield, but oh my god, BDD making the sickest outplay. Doran is going to survive, but so is BDD.
Guma. 1 second.
Yep, the Mega Inferno Bomb. Where is it going to land? And it doesn't kill BDD. Oh my god! Almost! That was almost the kill.
I do think the comp struggles. Obviously, they're going to start Otacon. So everyone else should abandon because has ult as well. So I don't know if there's an option here.
He flashes out of the way. Gumushi now going to get ulted here by BDD, and that is so much damage. There it is. Sandokdom just throws out a Q and locks up the Ziggs in a turret. Immediately taken in response because it also does the other thing.
Yeah.
Kind of okay.
Camille is truly... Oh, Doran? I guess he's fine. Yeah, so Camille's kind of a... Oh my god, Cuz.
Oh dear. Yeah, Cuz is in a lot of trouble. There's the Magnet Storm. The crash down there is fantastic. He's mitigated a fair bit, but there's a Mega Inferno Bomb. And that is actually... Oh, Faker in a bit of trouble as Doctom.
I actually love this from KT.
Yep, they're just going to start this one up. They don't have their jungler, but Grand Skyfall is going to be there. Or Starfall, as it is now.
It's just gone.
It is.
Wait, Guma doesn't even have ult. No, I think this is definitely gone, but can they get out? That's the question, Atlas.
Well, there's a teleport in here from Doran. As... Oh my god, he could...
Oh!
Okay, Doran. All right, buddy. That is called redemption.
This is what KT wants, right? You want them to play into you, and oh my god, maybe they can actually just get it. Owner does a flash.
Mega Inferno Bomb comes in. That's a flash out from Peter. Is okay. They look for the angle and they find it. BDD is down already. They're going to try and burn the Baron.
No.
Oh god, this is such a disaster, and it's Carrier with a smite from his unsealed spellbook to cut down KT where they stand, and not like this, KT. As the Blade Caller going to be used, KT realizing that defending this bottom inhibitor just not going to happen. As there's the engage from Doran. They lock him down as BDD this time not able to get out of the Hextech Ultimatum, but Doran is still going to fall. Carrier goes in a little late this time. As maybe it's a mullet because the public execution goes in, but still, KT feeling that little bit too far behind.
The TP!
Still, it's going to be a 2-for-1. The flash out there is BDD finding the angle.
They can slow play this.
Yep, he's on a control ward, but still he's biding his time. He can get over that wall as now Faker with a gold card in hand, but he should be taken out. Still the stun going to come through.
Perfect!
So incredibly low. Oh, BDD flashes forward, but Faker goes golden in the nick of time. It's a mistiming for BDD, and the gold card is going to connect.
No!
There's the triple kill. And we saw it. He was almost there as Doctom. Matters into his own hands, but he's still going to die. And it's a baseball bat of destiny here from Ona that locks down the ace, and the teleport comes in. T1. It is now a date with Hanwha Life Esports tomorrow night to see whether that ticket is for them. to go to Canada
Peter's
for
almost-
MSI.
Peter's almost up.
All right,
Maybe they
maybe
can
I'm
hold
talking
on.
a little bit too soon. Okay, it's just best of fives. It's just these grand stages, and Faker just comes alive. It doesn't matter what his
Oh,
form
Dr.
is
no!
previous. Dr. going to get caught. The Featherstorm does get used, and in goes Perfect. He finds it, but still, Cuz is fighting Doran, and that is not one that he can win. He's down to the GA as Faker able to sit here and wait for the gold card. Finishes him off. Magnus Storm onto 3. Carrier, he just wants to finish KT, get his mind set on Hanwha Life, as KT will lose Perfect and lose their run. It was almost a miracle, and T1 says no. We're the ones that make those happen.